Okay, I feel like I spend a lot of time at the store. But I'm okay with going to the store. It's not that far from me. The Prius is good on gas. And so I'm actually at the Blue store right now. Not Wally World, but the Blue hardware store. And I'm gonna pick a few things up. But I can't pick up everything that I want because, y'all look back here. The back of the Prius is full of some items. The back of the Prius is full of some items that I'm going to be using in a unique way. And I'll tell you about that later. So, here we go again. Still at Lowe's, and I actually right now I'm just like doing nothing. I am looking at the sheds. I don't have no place on my property for a shed, but I have been contemplating getting chickens, and I know I'm not getting chickens this year. I don't have the bandwidth for it right now. Maybe next year, but I was trying to figure out like an easy way to, you know, make a chicken shed. So I was looking at the sheds that they have over here, and they're all way too big for my area, but I thought I would just kind of like check them out because it's kind of an easy way to put up a little shed or enclosure for the chickens. So that's what I'm doing. This would be the smallest one that they have, and it's too big for my area. Not a bad price, $3.19. These are some chairs that I got from my neighbors. They threw them out last year. However, y'all, the bottom of them they just falling out. One day I was walking past and heard some of the planks falling out. So these chairs are about done, and so my plants have been right in dirt. So I'm gonna have to replace this. At the end of the day, I actually haven't recorded for 2 days because I actually have not been out in my garden for 2 days. I really just want to just rest and relax and not do nothing today, but y'all, the garden be bugging me and calls my name through the window, says, Lizzie, come and play. Came out here to plant my carrots, which I did, and then I did a whole bunch of cleanup. Now that y'all, the garden is starting to look really good. By the time you've seen this, you've already seen a tour of the garden. But let me show y'all some things. And watching where I step, because look at that, my morning glory. I tried to protect it. I don't know where this morning glory came from, but that's what it is. I'm gonna let it grow a little bit larger and then I'll transplant it. I also have a bunch of sunflowers growing over here. And this is, look, there's another one. Mr. Sunflower is hanging on for dear life. But this is what I noticed when I came out this morning. I've also been taking my plant babies out to get some sun and then tucking them back in for the evening, so they're tucked in. But I have a lot of growth in here. I think, oh, this is New Zealand spinach. That's coming up. I didn't see that yesterday. I also didn't see all my baby peas coming up, so yay for that. Look at those morning glories back there. Yay! We got cucumbers and tomatoes and all kinds of good stuff in here. I probably look at my plant starts about 125,642.5 times a day just to see how they're growing. On this little trellis system that I set up, I'm going to do a video about it. But I want my morning glories to grow up here, and I wanted to have something to climb on. So I kind of set this up for that purpose. So I did that today. Now I had to deadhead my little red roses. They're very cute, but they were all done, and there's some more blooms coming on there. So I deadheaded this. I also had to take a piece of this heat master off because it had some kind of issues, and I was like, you got plenty of leaves, so I'm just gonna take that off and not worry about it. All right, got to get a shot of the one tomato on here because it's quite beautiful. And y'all look at this. Dang, these miniature roses are beautiful. And I also organized my side pieces over here, and I got everything level as far as these 3 containers here. And I also moved my strawberry tower over here with the other strawberries because you know what? It was kind of disjointed. I'm trying to keep like items together, so I put the strawberries over here as well. I also finally planted my radishes in here, some French breakfast ones because I like those the best. And I need to put some tags in here. So those are done. I also planted the carrot bed, and I got a video coming out on that one as well. And I have them covered, and this keeps coming uncovered. So I just got to shore that up before I go in the house. And something I also noticed is tons of basil coming up in this planter, so I need to get that out. And these guys are gone to seed, which is wonderful. I'm okay with that. And that's just a reminder that I need to move this plant. So that's all I did for today and my observations for like the last 3 days. Oh, I also put my bunting back up on the trellises, and I just moved a lot of stuff around because you know, your garden is kind of like your house. You just move things around until you figure out the design that you like, and that's how I be rolling with that one. I'm gonna say that's gonna be a wrap for this evening. I'm going back in, I'm kicking my feet up, getting me some water, and watching some TV, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. So good morning, everybody. I didn't bring my glasses out here and the sun's out right now. And I've been working, so I'm all sweaty and stuff. But I got a few things done this morning, and so I'm happy about that. So let's see what I did this morning so I can make sure I document it. Okay, I finally repotted my hydrangeas, and hopefully they'll be happy. They still need some amendments, but I just wanted to get them into their new pots, which I think is going to be fine for them right now. I actually was kind of surprised at how shallow the root systems were on the hydrangeas, and also that they were so fine. So that's something to take a note of. I also see that there is some more sunflowers growing in here, so I think I'm going to make these sunflower patches. I put some saucers under my rose bushes. I still haven't got to plant 2 of them, but you can see that one is blooming in a very stunning way. I also started to repot these salvias. So all 3 of these came in the same pack, and I decided to split them after I did some research, but I ran out of dirt. I mean, I didn't really run out of dirt. I ran out of prepared dirt within my 2-hour period out here, which I'm over right now. Because I'm just trying to wrap things up. So I still have 2 that need to be replanted, and I think I'm going to put something else in here as well, but I'm only going to just have the one clump of salvia in there. I also noticed there is another bulb coming up. So I was wondering, because there's 4 bulbs in here, because I wrote on the tag 4, so I know that it was 4 that should be coming up. So it should be 1 more somewhere in here. Y'all, I'll be watching these like a hawk. And the other ones, we got nothing yet. In here, I'm growing some holy basil, and I'm pretty sure that's basil, but I don't have my glasses on, so this has to be something I planted because it's a clump, so I'm thinking that's basil as well. I made sure to take all of my plant babies out so they could get some sun from out of the greenhouse. And what is this? This is something popping up. Oh, a muncher cucumber. So my munchers are coming up, so yay. And I have a bed all prepared for them and ready to go. And also, these are mustard greens, and they're starting to get their true leaves on some of them. So they're going to stay in the cups for a little while longer. The tomato is looking good. Every day when I come out, I always shake the tomatoes to make sure they're getting some pollination. I also deadheaded all of my roses. I don't think these need deadheading, but I just took all the crappity crap off, and some new blooms should be coming out in a few days. I also prepared some little cups in my bean plant because I'm gonna put some calendula in there, and I know I'm gonna have to up pot them, but for now they can grow in here. And also I noticed I have a little powdery mildew on some of these, so I'm gonna have to get on top of that. It took me some time just to repot the hydrangeas because I had to prepare some dirt for those. So prepping the dirt, it's taking me a while, but I think in the long run it's going to be beneficial. So now I am going to go do some work. Y'all, it's a beautiful day out. Listen to the birds. Nice, huh? So I'm going to go do some work now, and I'll probably come back out here every now and then and maybe do something. But for now, it's time for me to go in, so I'll see you later. Y'all, I just had to come out. Listen, can y'all hear him? Mr. Rooster? That rooster be going all day long, but I just had to come out and just kind of enjoy the breeze. It's a nice breeze. It's a little sunny, but sometimes, you know, I just take a walk through the garden and look at the fountains and enjoy the sunlight and get a little bit of vitamin D because it's quite nice. And also look at the birds. Good morning, fellow garden tools. It is another day in the garden, and I have to say I haven't done anything in the garden for like 2 days. So, well, I think this week has been, I won't say it's been a unproductive week, but it's been a week where I definitely haven't done as much, but sometimes you have to pick and choose. Pick and choose what you want to do. I know y'all saying, are you going to bed? Y'all, I like to cover my head up when I go out because I resist the urge to scratch my head and put dirt in my hair. And so that's what I'm doing. But I layer it up a lot when I'm covering my head up. And I got these wonderful wraps that I love. Most of them are very colorful. Some of them I got online, and some of them I got at Goodwill, y'all. I'm an avid Goodwill shopper. All right. Okay. Now my hair is protected from me, basically, and I got an ear infection. So the first time I ever had an ear infection was last year. I never had an ear infection before, so it was pretty terrible. So I felt it coming on this time. So we're just gonna treat that. All right, y'all, it's time to go outside. I got this little setup on my dining room table. You know, I'm trying something a little bit differently, and this is the first time I used this. I got this, which is I don't even know how to say it, but there it is right there. And it's an inoculant, and it's supposed to kind of boost your seeds. So I have some more bean seeds that I'm going to be planting, and I have planted some asparagus beans already. And actually, I was gonna change some things up, but that's all right, because I know I'm gonna do some more beans. We got some more contenders. So the first round of contenders, I did not do this with. And then these are, y'all, I think I got my packets mixed up. Where's my packet for this one? Oh, I did use this. Oh, Lord. Y'all see? Okay, that's this one. These are the harvester bush beans, which I haven't done, and some loofah. And then I took the tags out also so I can write the tags out before I put them out. So I'm gonna try to get these out today. So I got them in their little inoculant. Y'all, I was surprised at how small this bag is, but a little of this stuff goes a long way. So I just used just a teensy bit inside, y'all. I'm a terrible measurement person. It gives you the measurements, but I didn't really do it that way. So first I need to go outside and visit my garden. Hey, plant babies. Yeah, I didn't put my babies up last night. I did that on purpose though. I was being a little bit lazy, and also it wasn't supposed to rain last night, but y'all look at the morning glories. And we have some cucumbers and some peas. They are really coming along. We got some more tomato plants, yay. Y'all, and look at these. These are the gladioluses. And I kept thinking, I put 4 in here and I couldn't find them. And I had this tag here and it was hiding this guy right here. So obviously things shifted in this pot. I don't know how. But they shifted, so 4 of these came up, but the other ones have still not come up yet. So we're just gonna give them some time and hopefully they should pop up. I need to go ahead and get him out of here. He's an asparagus bean and he's getting some true leaves. I also want to split up some of these mustard greens because these mustard greens, I put these in at the same time that I put these mustard greens in, but for some reason these are getting their true leaves and these are not. I don't know why. To go through the garden and say good morning to everything before we get started. Good morning, everything. No, just kidding. Y'all, I'm so excited about my peas. They are, oh, look at that lizard. They are so much bigger than they got last year. My peas last year were like so stunty, it was crazy. Look at this gladiolus. Wow, beautiful. Got some new jalapeno peppers going. That's hot. My brother brought me some of these crates from where he worked. They were throwing these in the trash, and I was like, bring them home. They're not that sturdy, but I think they'll be sturdy for what I want to do with them. They're really pretty. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your tomatoes. Shake your tomatoes. Still no new blooms on here. Yeah, I think this got overwatered. I'm gonna have to put some extra holes in here. It's still really, really damp. We got blooms here though. Still no ginger. Y'all, I do see life in my ginger patch, but I have a feeling that's not ginger. Grow, radish babies, grow. Some of them are starting to plump out, so I love doing radishes. Ooh, y'all, look at this cosmos. Beautiful. So I really should have covered this up because now I have lots of stuff growing in here, but I'm just going to keep things from growing until I get the items that I want in this trunk out. So everything going back into the dirt. This is my nicely sifted dirt. Got some nice weedage going in there. Not anymore. Y'all, that's the new fountain setup. It's so cute. It makes me smile just to see him spitting out that water. And of course, Deuce and the gang, which are now named Bud and Wiser. Bud, Wiser, and Deuce are happy today also. We only have limited sun today. It's like partial sun. All right, so it's been a very productive morning. I got a lot done. I finally planted my roses, which are very happy because they kept drying out in those, those stock pots. And I still have to split these two and pot them. And also the saucers under the hydrangeas are working really well. So now I can see how much water they're drinking. So I just put water up underneath the pots. I did some more planting. I planted some more beans, lots more beans, and another tomato plant. How about as soon as I start recording, all kinds of noises start happening. That's the city life. I transplanted all of my morning glories except for one on the ground that I found because I forgot about him. I also put coffee grounds in select places, so it's all over the garden. I planted up these asparagus beans out of cups, and I was very surprised at how much root they had. When I go back and I look at what I did for the day, sometimes I feel a little disappointed. Because I'm like, I thought I did more than that. Y'all was slinging dirt today. I had dirt everywhere. So it doesn't feel like I did a lot, but I guess I did, because I did a lot of new planting in solo cups, which are right there. And I also I up potted some of my mustard greens. I just split them basically. I haven't put them in their homes just yet. I replanted the roses, and I know I'm repeating myself. That's because I'm just trying to figure out what the hell did I do today. All right, so it's supposed to rain tonight, so I know I'm gonna have to put my plant babies to bed tonight for sure. So before it gets dark, it's supposed to rain. So I'm just gonna keep my eye on the weather for today, but I gotta go do some work, and then of course I'll come back out here when I have a break and just take a peek at everything. And then if it starts raining, I'll go ahead and put the plant babies to bed early. Yeah, I wanted to show y'all. This is what I'm having for dinner. But look, radish greens. These are radish greens from my garden last year. Y'all, I eat my radish greens and they are good. So I'm gonna have some salmon and some potatoes and my radish greens for tonight for dinner. I'm out in my jammy jams, and it's supposed to rain today, like early today. So I'm up at the butt crack of dawn for real, because I just wanted to come and check my little plant babies out for this morning. And y'all, let me show you what I see when I first come around the corner. Dun, 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 dun. Do y'all see it? Look, we have another rose. This is one of my yellow knockout roses. So that's pretty cool, because this was the knockout rose that was not doing so good. And I chopped it back and it seemed like the leaves grew overnight. So that's pretty cool. And then I do have, this is the other knockout rose like it, and I did not chop anything back on this one. But I might, you all, because the other one is doing so much better. So I think I might kind of chop that one back and let it grow back. And of course, this one is doing just fine. Of course, I know nothing about roses. I didn't do any research on roses. And I had a fear, like most gardeners, that, you don't want to like be chopping your plants back. But I think that's what you're supposed to do. But I'm gonna have to do some research on that. And I could do that today because it's a rainy day. Also, this is my lantana, and I see some buds right here. So this one may be getting ready to bloom. Here's some more. So yeah, hopefully it's gonna bloom. I thought these were gonna be the blooms, but I think that's like some dead pieces actually that need to get cut off of this. So we're gonna see how the lantana looks when it starts blooming. I still don't have anything in these pots, but this one is looking pretty good. My jalapenos are pooping out jalapenos again, so yay for that, because y'all, I ate the other 2. Also, this is a milestone. For me, you can see here, this is my vining mandevilla and it is going around the pole. So yay! I'm very happy and excited about that. This is my blueberry bush, y'all, that I got from Walmart. And it is growing. A lot of people told me I should take it back, but I'm just gonna keep it, and y'all, I'm gonna let it live. My little Charlie Brown blueberry bush. Also, this tomato plant is pooping a tomato. Y'all see it? Yay! However, y'all, we have some kind of leafage, something going on here. And my leaves are dying on here, so I'm gonna have to address this really quickly, or this tomato plant is not gonna make it. This tomato plant is pooping out another tomato too. Right here. Oh, where's it at? Right there. Y'all see it? I can see it, and it's dark out here right now. It might not seem dark to y'all, but it is. And that tomato is doing well. Now, something else that I noticed is that my basils are growing, because for a while, I didn't think my basils were growing. These were actually volunteers from last year. And here's the other volunteer. I also had to check out my red rose plant because I feared I killed it, but I see lots of new leaves on it. I think it's going to be fine. It just needs to recover a little bit. We got some new pink roses coming out. So beautiful. There's another one that just opened up. And we have another bud right here. Yay. Get this. The leaf miners have entered into the garden. I'm gonna have to squish these like crazy. It's time for me to go on high alert for the pest. And squish. That's all you can do with the leaf miners, or else you just be ripping leaves off forever. My first year, my garden was riddled with leaf miners like crazy. I got them last year too, but I don't feel like it was as bad as the first year, but I didn't have as many plants the first year, and I was like, what is going on? And if you haven't heard of a leaf miner, I call them beautiful mess makers, because they make all these little lines. I don't know, it's some kind of fly that their larvae they plant it inside of the leaf so you can't see it, and they just dig through the leaves, and supposedly they don't hurt your leaves. They just make a beautiful mess. But you can kill them by squishing them and it'll stop. But once you see one, they're all over the place. So I know now I'm just gonna be on squishing high alert. I'm so ready to eat that strawberry. He needs to turn red. Oh, my strawberry plants are getting really bushy. Y'all, it rained last night, and this is the Bugs Bunny patch. And you can see all the pools of water on top of my plastic. So I'm gonna have to get that off, but I'm glad I covered up the carrots because I didn't want them to wash away. But they do need that moisture, so I'm not pulling this back right now. Maybe later. I'm just so excited about this rose. Y'all have no idea. My lemon plants have new growth too. They still look kind of bad, so today is going to be a research day, and I'm going to research how to make my plants well. This lemon plant, I think it's getting some new leaves, but I don't know. My lemon plants still look kind of bad, but you know what? They're not dead. They're going to be fine. I haven't talked about my front part of my garden because there's nothing much going on out here. But this is the old geranium, and look, y'all, it's blooming like it's brand new. And look at the stick. But y'all, I will keep something forever. I know a lot of people would say get rid of those old plants, but y'all, I will hold on to some old plants if they're growing. And so we're gonna see how that geranium does. So I'm gonna go back in the house and finish waking up. Morning, everybody. It is good morning time. And yesterday it rained all day. So I didn't do any gardening at all yesterday. I did go to the store because I needed some mulch. So today will be a mulch day. So I am spraying down this morning with some of my homemade bug spray, which works really well. Y'all, this is the bomb. This is mouthwash and water. So I put like about 1/3 mouthwash and 2/3 water in here. So I could probably fill this up again. And that way I won't be all sticky and stuff. And it works good. Since it rained all day and the bugs are starting to come out now, I just made sure I'm all covered up. So that's what we're doing first. And then I'm gonna try to do some quick work this morning and cover some plants, mulch some plants down. Before I get going, I always like to make some observations. So I just try to look around, and the hydrangeas are looking good. Y'all, this is my little rosebud that came out. It's already turned colors, which means it's gonna fall off soon. Y'all, what kind of bugs are those? I'm gonna have to look. I think those are called leaf hoppers or some crap. Still nothing from these guys, but I was told on my last video, which thank you everybody, that I may have planted the bulbs. I don't know if it's too deep, but really deep, so it may take them a while to come out. I'm gonna be taking my plant babies out for some sun today. I definitely want to get a shot of the blueberry plant. I sprayed this tomato plant yesterday, but I still see some leaf spots. So since we're not gonna have rain today, I don't think I'm gonna spray this again with baking soda and water. Y'all see that tomato? It grew really fast, maybe because of the rain. Same here. And this little guy is doing really good. Y'all, I don't see any new spots from the leaf miners, but that doesn't mean much. It's hard to tell because everything is really wet right now. Do y'all hear Mr. Rooster? He's going crazy this morning. And hello, radish babies. The radish babies are coming up. Y'all, Mr. Rooster, he was locked in all day yesterday, so he's very happy to be out. Y'all, I didn't plant any of this. I believe it's all basil. So I'm gonna have to transfer it. Y'all, I think basil plants are evasive. Because I have basil plants everywhere in this garden. It's crazy. All right, I'm gonna get started and get to work for today. Y'all, still nothing on the strawberries that I got from Tractor Supplies. I think those were dead plants that they sold me. It's almost there. My radish babies are fattening up. Looking lovely this morning, Mr. Geranium. I did my work for this morning. Well, not work. I hate saying work out in the garden, but it's more like play. I did my play out here in the garden, and I'm gonna wrap up the garden vlogs for this week. But before I do that, I need to record what I did today. I released all of my plant babies from the greenhouse jail so they could get some sunlight. I planted some of my sweet peas. I replanted them. I also mulched in various spots. I finally mulched on all of my roses, and I also gave the rose at the end, which didn't have anything, some fertilizer. I started to trim it down, and then I decided against it because, y'all, I'm afraid. Everything has nice mulching. And y'all, I think the lantana is getting ready to bloom. This is the remnants of the salvia, y'all. I chopped it down. These are my chopped down salvia plants, so let's just say a prayer that they're going to survive. Y'all, look at that fountain. It's going at it. I love having the fountains here. And of course, Deuce, Bud, and Wiser are doing well. In the few hours that I've been out here, more leaves are dying. So I don't know if this tomato plant is going to make it. I mulched over here as well. I uncovered my carrot bed so it can get some nice sun, but I'm gonna cover it back up, and I watered it, and I need to plant some more carrots still. Once again, I feel like I didn't do anything. But everything's coming along, and all the plant babies are doing nicely, and everything that I replanted today is doing nicely. And y'all, I'm pretty happy right now. I want to thank everybody for watching the Garden Diaries. Y'all can go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget before you leave. It's very important. I love to hear your comments, constructive criticisms, all that. Because y'all, I am a baby gardener still, and I'm learning. And I listen to everything y'all tell me. And I do a little research too. Just a smidge. All right. I'm going to go ahead and shove off, and I will talk to my fellow garden tools later. Bye.